Good morning, Pastor Jerry. What God cannot do does not exist. My name is Brother Evangelist Emeka, here in the United States of America. For many years, trying to get a befitting job after several academics and certificates, and it's not clicking. But finally, I am the one giving testimony upon this altar of fire. I have been praying. I joined NSPPD on the 30th of December 2020. In fact, the first time I listened to it was at work. Our sister Odinaka from UK sent me the link. She's been sending this link from I think June 2020. So what I did when I began to listen to NSPPD, I said every previous prayers that has been done, I will listen to all of them because I believe prayers do not expire. And there is still power in any of those prayers there. So I began to follow from behind while I was also following the current ones. And I told God, there is no way I will follow all these prayers behind, hear all the testimonies happening over there, and following this one currently still, and miracle won't come for me. It is not possible. But the more I make these prayers, the more I believe God, the more I hear testimonies that are so great and too unimaginable, and nothing was coming for me. I remember one of the days in January, I went to gas my car at the gas station, listening to the prayers and praying along. At a stage, while the gas was running, I knelt down in the open at the gas station, and I was praying because one woman gave a testimony that day of how God delivered her and how God saved her child, and she says the one was from Akwa Ibom, Nigeria. She says, hang in there, God will come for you. These testimonies sometimes excite me and I feel like, oh, it's going to happen, and at other times I feel low because those that I joined before are getting testimonies. I joined in December 30th. People of January, February, March, April are getting their testimonies, and how is my own not coming? For all I'm praying for, none of them had clicked. I was feeling bad and I was feeling good at time also because I'm a child of God. Testimony or no testimony, miracle or no miracle, I believe in this God, and it is all it is. It is what it is. Bringing it to the testimony, people of God, Pastor Jerry, people will try to say a time and date of what you've prayed. All the prayers you're praying, all the prayers, everything that you've mentioned in your mouth, Pastor Ogoro, Mommy Eno, every prayers you guys are praying, if all the testimonies come in, we will not have time to pray again because all of them are happening. Which one am I going to talk about? I remember the family that was a doctor, the wife was a doctor of academics, and they were selling pure water and doing things like that. Look at me. Gone to school in Nigeria, gone to school abroad, paid dollars. I've sat in the class of first degree. I've sat in the class of a master's. I've sat in the class of doctorate degree, and things are not clicking. What are you talking about? But behold, Pastor Jerry, you said in April, choose a date that you want things to happen for you. Pastor Jerry, I chose till April 30th, the last day of April. In that April while we prayed, let things come through for me. April was coming to an end and nothing was happening. But somehow, on the 28th day of April, 2 days to the end of the month I chose, that prayer you always do, that email that will bless you will come. Do you know, the manager of my place of work, I work in one of the best and biggest hospitals in America, but on a lower position. Not even recognizing even my first degree, let alone my master's. So I was working with, as it were, WAEC or O-level. Can you imagine that? The email came. The College of American Pathologists, CAP, that is in charge of all the big laboratories in America and everything that has to do with diagnosis and patient management, wrote an email removing a caveat. The very caveat. Pastor Jerry, God broke protocol for me. He did. I'm telling you, the protocol was broken, and they sent email saying that the particular caveat that they have, which makes it impossible for people like us to get the job to be called pure scientists, was removed. Pastor Jerry, They said, if you're interested, apply. Why wouldn't I apply? What I've been waiting for. What I begged them in Nigeria and they will not give me. And here it has been opened. Pastor Jerry, I applied. Do you know? On that 28th, the email came. The next week, Monday, was 3rd of May. I had interview. My first interview, I did well. The woman was interviewing me, the manager, and then she was asking questions. And at a stage, she asked me towards the end, how would you feel if you do not get this job? I told her, ma'am, I don't know how I'm going to feel. I'm not going to talk about how I'm going to feel because I know I'm going to get this job. You will give it to me. What God cannot do does not exist. God knows. This is what I told the woman. How can he be asking me how I will feel if I don't get a job that I know that God broke protocol for me to make them remove a caveat? When I saw that email, I said, wow, it can only be God. This is coming for me. And then I said, having removed the caveat, we are going to first of all give opportunities to those who are in here in the institution first of all before we begin to let it out there to the public. I said, wow, this is God working. And you're coming to ask me, how would you feel if you don't get the job? I say, I don't know how, I'm not talking about how I'm going to feel because I know you are going to give me the job and I know I'm going to get it because what God cannot do does not exist. That was how I answered that interview question, for God's sake. And that's the place I work. So while this interview was, and she says it's going to take a month before they get back to us. So this was on 3rd of May. So I was expecting the end of May and early June to be able to ask them and send an email to follow up like, it's 1 month, what's happening? Do you know, each time, one of the weekends I worked, I went to that manager's office area because that's where I passed from. And I was walking past her door. I was going back and forth. Each time I would say, Father, Father, Father. And finally, before the day appointed for another interview, another opportunity came in my office on the 25th, Tuesday. I took that opportunity. It was a higher pay. I signed my offer of employment letter on 25th, only to have the second interview on 27th. 2 days after, I got the first job on the 25th. I got another one on the 27th. Here is my offer letter on the one I signed on the 25th. This one. Then, the one on 27th, they have said I'm going to start on the 14th of this June. So, and they're waiting for someone to come and take over the position I already have that was giving me a better pay. This one, that was to say, I had not started the job. I signed this offer of employment and I got another job. This one, I hadn't started it because I was going to start it on a Friday and I got another job on Thursday. And now I've gotten the job that qualifies me as a scientist in America. Do you know, before these ones are happening, look at more offers. 1, 2, 3 offers that they were saying only apply. If you apply, we will give it to you. I had another interview for cancer research and drug discovery, and these things are coming like boom, boom, boom. The prayers we made several years ago say, Lord, let there be a day where opportunities will be so numerous, and we'll choose from there. Pastor Jerry, these things are not. I'm a child of God. I pray for people, and things happen. But these ones, bro. They're happening from NSPPD altar, the altar of fire. It can be less. What God cannot do does not exist. Finally, after training in India, training in America, studying in Nigeria, I can now be called a scientist in the United States of America. What God cannot do. This is even the small ones. The bigger ones are coming. I see myself being a medical director one of these days. Oh yeah. I see myself being I don't know. If you hear that I have become a senator in America, you may believe that because when God starts with you, he started already. People of God, join. This is NSPPD. It is a non-denominational. I'm actually a Streams of Joy person. All the way back from the fellowship when it was still a fellowship. And today, look at where we are. It is called Streams of Joy International, even before anything. And look at it globally. It is now Streams of Joy Global. Beloved Pastor Jerry, God bless you all. Namaste. What God cannot do does not exist. God bless you.